Alright guys, welcome to Adam McKola TV. How are you all doing? I'm still in the kickoff studio. As you can see, we've just seen Manchester United somehow, some way, pull it back against Manchester City and win 3-2. Paul Pogba with 2 goals. And then Mike Smalling popped up in the second half with a headed, well, I say headed, he definitely hit it with his foot, but he definitely scored the winner. United 3, City 2. They're not champions as it stands. Title race back on? Something like that. Nah, it's not really back on. We got Statman Dave's about somewhere. Bry's just left, so we can't catch him. And Laz has left as well. But Statman Dave's going to be back. I think he's gone for a cheeky downstairs somewhere. But how are you guys doing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Keep it locked to AdamMcKola TV. Make sure you like, sharing and subscribing. This is the post-match reaction to Manchester United's victory over City. Someone says, my depression won us the derby. Were you watching this? I was absolutely... I'm still shocked at how we managed to pull it around. How did we manage to turn it around from 2-0 down when we were playing like that absolute shit in the first half? We were awful in the first half. Defending was awful. Chris Smalling, sloppy defending for Kompany's goal. Kompany gets the header. It's 1-0. And then their second goal through Gundogan. Matic got turned in the box. Smalling with a late slide challenge. It's 2-0 up. You're thinking this could be 3, 4, 5-0 to Manchester City. You had Raheem Sterling missing absolute sitters. All of them missing sitters. And at half-time, it's 2-0. You're thinking, this is only going to get worse. But the second half, it didn't get worse. Paul Pogba stepped up, grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck, grabbed 2 goals. Smalling grabs the winner. A man like Statman Dave is back. You might have seen our celebrations on the kickoff. It was absolutely epic. Dave, how you feeling, man?
Good, very good. Bit weird because, like you just said then, like winning that game was mental.
It was, wasn't it?
I was in a position where United were getting hammered, falling apart. Like in the middle, there was so much space for City to exploit. Second half come out and we just battered them.
We did. Do you think it was more our performance or them falling asleep?
I think it was both, to be honest. I think
people will say both.
You made that tired point, and I think I agree with it that they looked tired and fatigued, but they also looked like they'd won the game and they couldn't be arsed. It looked like they were done. They'd finished it. This game's over. Let's think about Liverpool. And United came out. The movement from Pogba, the movement from Herrera centre midfield, and of course Alexis Sanchez, couldn't deal with it.
How important? Like I thought today, we got to see how our midfield should play, particularly in the second half.
Yeah.
We had Herrera and Matic allowing Pogba that freedom to get up the pitch, and it was like something just clicked.
Yeah.
Something clicked, and I know Man City give us a lot of space.
Yeah.
But it was more down to us, I feel, than them
putting it on.
off.
I think the summer's going to be an interesting time. Under Herrera, for whatever reason.
Do you give him a new contract?
He's probably not going to be at United next season.
Do you give him a new contract?
I would have, but he may not want to sign that new contract. Could be the problem. So I think the thing you've got to look at there
Barcelona is tempting.
Yeah.
Any Spanish player.
And Valverde works under him with Athletic Bilbao. That's potentially where he'll be going. But I think United need to look at that midfield and look, right, we need to sign someone to replicate what Ander Herrera's done for the bigger games. I think United need to sign 2 players. I think one player to hold the ball in the final third that can play next to Paul Pogba, allow Paul Pogba to attack. But I also think they need someone to do the dogged work in these games like this. Someone that's physical. Basically, what United would be perfect would be Gattuso. If we could get Gattuso from yesteryear, someone that's like someone that's aggressive and physical.
Fletcher, maybe.
Yeah, same thing. The same thing. They basically need a guy that's going to work hard, that can work hard in the press.
That's kind of why he's taken to McTominay so much.
Yeah, I think Scott McTominay's been brilliant this season, and that's why he came on and did the job. McTominay pretty much played on the right wing. Just United saw the game out, and it's one of these things where that's kind of the player that United want, and whether they go with Scott McTominay, I think that's fine. I like Scott McTominay. I like young United players coming through the academy and playing for Manchester United. Whoever they are, that's what I like. But if you were to go out and you have to sign someone, there's a few players on the market that could do it, but it's getting the right one. Someone like Koke from Athletic Madrid. Obviously, he's probably not going to leave because he's at Athletic Madrid and they're in such a good position now with the manager and so forth. But at the same time, he would be perfect. He'd be the guy. He can do it all. He can tackle. He can, hold the possession. He can do this. He can do that. Or even someone like Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos would be number 1, but again, he's not going to leave. And this is the thing. United may need to again sign. The thing with United is there's so many young players, but we may need to do that again.
Sorry guys.
Laz is just jumping in.
I'll see you guys later.
Are you going?
Yeah, I've got to go.
I thought we were going on the smash.
Oh shit, man.
Oh, you're on a live stream?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's alright. Just apologise in person.
Who's this for?
It's me.
For your channel?
Yeah.
Love Adam McKola, great guy. Sorry, I'm behind all the comments. Well done today to Manchester United. In many ways, Liverpool and United have done each other's favours this week, so
It's like we're best buddies now, isn't it?
we are in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can unite against the.
Can I wear half and half scarves now?
I was actually going to buy Dave a half and half Manchester United Liverpool scarf.
Dave loves it,
I know.
famously.
Yeah.
I like when you go away, you get half and half scarves. Like when you go to like Ajax away or Sevilla.
I've only ever bought one.
Which
one? I like that.
Real Madrid, Man United.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah. I bought Liverpool Dortmund once just because I was like.
That's because
game.
you like were basically in bed with each other, all right?
Yeah, and it turned out to be the greatest game of all time. It was 4-3. So yeah, but I knew that because of the fix.
Right.
See you guys later. Good to see
later.
you.
Good to see you.
Subscribe to Adam McKola.
See you later, buddy.
Yeah, good to see you.
Dave, man of the match today. Paula Bill Pogba.
Yeah, who else, right? You know, in the first half, it was a bit frustrating. He was trying to take people on deep in our half. We lost the ball a few times there. His touch seemed a bit wrong in the middle third. The second half, he just changed it, didn't he? And that movement, that's what he hasn't done at United. I did a video on Pogba maybe a few months ago that was like, one thing Pogba needs to do is he needs to start getting into the box because he can finish. He used to do it a lot at Juve where he'd be one-on-one with the keeper and he'd side foot it. At United, you think of the Palace chances at the end of back end of last season, whereas in those positions, maybe he didn't take them. And I think that's the little thing that Pogba needs to improve to be a complete midfielder scoring goals.
Definitely, and he's got how many goals he got this season? Man?
He was on
or 7?
3, I think, in the Prem, so now he's on 5.
5
which
in the Prem.
is all right, but you want 50.
And he's missed a lot of games as well. I think he
That's
missed
the
like
big thing.
10 games at
Yeah,
one point, didn't he?
100%. Missed too many games, and that's something Mourinho and United and Pogba need to fix next
That's
season.
why I feel these rumours at the moment are a culmination of a lot of different things
A
added
lot
up.
of factors.
His fitness, his form, United's form,
Yeah.
the manager looking unhappy, the team looking unhappy. There's so many different things that are going on at the moment that it makes it look real bad. But when we step back,
Yeah.
and if we can end this season quite well in a positive manner like we've started to do here.
Do you know was the thing I was saying on FTD? Obviously, the Champions League is something that we messed up. You know, we whatever reason we messed up, but we've beaten Liverpool, we've beaten Chelsea, we've beaten City
And Spurs at home.
and Spurs. So it's starting to like.
And is this our first big win away from home under Jose? I know we
We
beat
beat
Arsenal,
didn't we?
Arsenal.
Yeah, it was still a really good. You can't take
against
that
the,
away.
I mean, against when I class it,
Oh,
City,
top.
Chelsea, Liverpool.
Well, I'd even say now it's just Liverpool, City, and Chelsea and Tottenham. Sorry, top 4.
Tottenham, yeah.
Because
as well.
Chelsea had been hot and cold this season, but at the same time, I think the Arsenal performance was good. I thought Chelsea performance was good. Liverpool performance was great.
The
I think
Arsenal
that-
performance was the last time we seen Pogba play this well.
Yeah.
And
Just
that was
saying
when he got
something.
suspended, injured, all that stuff. So
Again, that was just.
were you happy to
developed.
see his reaction towards the crowd? At
Yeah,
the
it was
end?
good. That was
Have
really
you
good.
been worried by this week, by Pep's comments, by all that?
So when I went to the Sevilla game, one thing that annoyed me away from home was that the players didn't come over after the game. There were Ashley Young, Smalling, David De Gea that came over.
They're
Couple
always the
plans.
ones that came over.
Yeah, but then that's
Yeah.
the whole. Why the hell you're getting paid X amount of money? Why you're not coming over? It's a small thing, but he looked frustrated. Then obviously he didn't start the game, was subbed on and X, Y, and Z. So it's good to see that reaction. He's actually going over, but then technically they should do that every single time United play.
Because he
away.
told the fans to not listen.
Yeah, that's the big thing, isn't it?
So it looks like Pogba's staying. Man of the match, Pogba, says Kyle. Hard not to give it to Pogba.
Yeah, I think so. Sanchez was good though. Sanchez was really good.
His
He's-
best game in the United shirt. I
Yeah.
know we said that last week, but
What I was frustrated about Sanchez previously is when he was in the positions that he was in today, he was always overhitting balls, he was always, but then, like you were talking about, it's everything. Those runners that he could hit, and he can hit it. The ball to Smalling was fantastic, the ball to Pogba was unbelievable, but previously in that situation, like when we were sat there, I was like, give it to Ash Young, because his delivery's been poor from those areas, but today it wasn't. Today it was what Sanchez was doing before when he was getting assists.
you think we started to see a Sanchez that's settled? I think we
Yeah, I
are.
think we are, yeah.
I think at the start, because it's for the way he plays. Like I know it's a little bit of a myth now, but he gives the ball away a lot, and it's a lot of hit and miss. And how much pace is in his game? Like he's constantly on the move. Like he doesn't do anything. Like he doesn't really think when he does things. You know what I mean? So like, there's
It's
very few
instinctive
players
football.
that are playing on his wavelength. I know
Yeah.
Jesse Lingard does. Mata looks okay with him when he plays. But there's very few on his wavelength, and it seems like everyone's catching up to the way he plays now.
This is the big thing as well. He drops from left midfield. He drops quite deep and looks to get on the ball. United have quite a lot of players that do that. Like when Pogba drops to get on the ball, Sanchez dropping, Mata's dropping. There's too many players that are dropping. You need that alternate movement. What I liked about Sanchez last week is he ran in behind, scored from coming in from the left wing. But today it was more like him. In Football Manager terms, it's like him playing on a support role versus him playing on an attack role, where he's actually getting on the ball. When you play a player on a support role in Football Manager, you also need to play someone that's going to make a forward run. Like, for example, you play someone like a central midfield attack, so they're going to actually, when he drops, somebody's actually going.
Give it angles.
Yeah, Football Manager's a game, but at the same time, it's actually football tactics, and that's what ultimately United have done today, is that they've created angles and they've created opportunities to be played.
But is it a problem then, that? Because I always feel like we play better once we've got nothing to lose. Once Jose kind of says, go for it.
But then
And like you looked at Sevilla, once we went down, we started to play, we attacked them, we scored straight away.
yeah,
And like once we kind of let the shackles go, we played better. But does that not show them we need to do that more often rather than when it's in a losing position?
it could be that game plan thing. The thing I was talking about, Jess Lingard, and he actually started to sit on Fernandinho, and the game plan slightly changed. I think it was I'm going to watch it back again, because obviously when you're watching it now, there's a lot of emotion and there's a lot of, you just want United to win, but watching it back, there'll be a story that will come out in that second half that I think Mourinho changed something. I think Mourinho deserves a bit of credit, as well as Pogba and Sanchez.
Is it a Mourinho masterclass, is what they
This
say?
is what it could be.
I'll give Mourinho the credit. And I'm not going to take some of the stuff back I said about Smalling defensively,
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
I'm happy he turned it around in the
Yeah,
second half.
if
Like, I'm
it
not one of them
showed
people
character.
that thinks like, oh, he scored. I still don't care. Like, I still celebrate his goal because it's a United goal, and you know what? It had to happen.
He got bullied in the first half for the first goal. He got bullied, and he bullied someone else for that goal at the end. And I think that's a reaction that you want to see, and that's the character you want to see from Chris Smalling.
Defo. But still think we need to improve in defence. Anyway, Dave, where can I subscribe?
Statman Dave, check it out right now. If you're not, you're probably already a subscriber though. To be fair, because same people, right?
Yeah, we're just the same, Dave. Just
Same guys. Both love stats.
Don't try sell us in any different way. We're just the same,
guys.
So if you subscribe, just don't subscribe. I suppose we're the same. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. You can check out some of the highlights on. I'm sure True Geordie would have tweeted some of them out, and you can check them out on his YouTube channel as well. But for now, United have won. Manchester is red. The title race is back on.
Yep.
And we're out of here in a bit.